Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. There's been a lot of bad stuff just happening in the world recently, just with the whole Brett Kavanaugh and school getting back in session, Donald Trump, blah blah blah. A lot of bad stuff. And so I wanted to step away from the celebrity stories for a moment and talk about something I haven't talked about in a while, and it is my monthly favorites, mental health, or whatever. It is fall, and I am excited because that is my season. Fall, anywhere from the beginning of September to the middle of January is just the perfect time. And you're like, middle of January, what the hell is in January that makes it perfect? My birthday is at the beginning of January, and I just gotta add that to that little time frame. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about some monthly favorites and share them with you guys, and hopefully you guys can try them out if you want, and if not, oh well, it's your life. Go out, enjoy your, yes, this is a pumpkin spice latte. I'm basic. Very, very basic. But don't judge me harshly, because I do. I do. I enjoy a pumpkin spice latte, but I also really, I'm jonesing for gingerbread. That is my thing. I love gingerbread lattes. Love this season. Anyway, it's fall. The leaves are changing. I'm in my sweater. Finally, I am so glad to be back up in Washington where there are actual seasons. Anyway, let's get into this list before I get too long-winded about how much I love fall. Okay, you guys, so let's talk about these. And of course, everything that I talk about will be listed below. This doesn't necessarily have to do with mental health favorites. This is just my favorites for current right now. So as I said, I moved back up to Washington, and my body has, especially my skin, I get really bad skin issues, minor psoriasis, eczema, all that fun stuff. And being back up in Washington where the weather is so different all the time, we have this joke in Washington: if you want different weather, you wait 5 minutes or you drive 5 miles. The weather is ever so changing, so one day it could be really hot and one day it could be raining and gross, and that attacks my skin. So I have, especially around my face, and I have a couple of things that I've been using to kind of help combat that, and just all the things. I feel like, especially with the different weather, my face has been getting so oily, so I went on Amazon and I bought this thing. Where's my camera? So this thing. Oh, there. It's missing a component right now, but so basically what this is a beautiful thing. It is a pore vacuum. It basically, let's see, sounds really bad, but it sucks the oil and everything, or gunk, or whatever, the free radicals, out of your pore. You've probably seen videos of people using it on YouTube all the time, but I absolutely live by this thing. It is rechargeable via a USB port, so you can, use your wall plug-in, or you can recharge it from your computer. But basically, I vacuum my face once a week because the oil in my face has completely changed after being 5 years at LA, and it definitely helps. Absolutely love this thing. I think it was like 20 bucks on Amazon, but it has definitely helped keep my face in a regular state. The only downside is I'm prone to bruising, especially around my bad spot. I don't use it on the highest setting. I use it in just 5 settings, but I use it on the smallest setting so that, things are okay and I don't bruise. Because the first time I used it, it was really bad. So the next thing I am going to talk about, and especially with everything with my face and the oils and the dryness and everything, I've been getting a lot of zits lately, and it's so sad. Again, this is another product from Amazon, and it's Acne Pimple Master Patch by COSRX. These thingies are beautiful. I don't know if it's a K-beauty thing or whatever, but basically they're these little band-aids for, and you can see I've used them. They're like these little freaking band-aids you put over zits, not unpop zits. You have to like pop them so they can draw stuff out, but you literally just like pop the zit, if that's your thing. You pop the zit and you take one of these little patches, you put it on there. You can leave it on all day depending on where the zit is, or you can sleep with it at night. I had one right here, no, right here, which one? I have one starting right here too. I had one right here that was really bad and really irritating to me. So once it formed a head, I popped it. I know, I'm sorry, I'm so gross, but I put one of these on over the zit overnight and it completely disappeared. And it, like, especially with my anxiety, this is also a great mental health one because of the fact that one of my anxiety habits is I pick at stuff around my nose and zit. So this whole dry skin thing, these help immensely. So I am in love with these things. Also, more face stuff. I am trying to go a little bit more, not completely zero waste. That would be an ultimate goal, but I would love to try and get a little bit more zero waste. I made my own cotton rounds, which I love, absolutely. So they're just cotton that I've sewn very poorly. I wish I had a serger for Christmas, Mom, please, or the solstice. But I use these for my toner and my witch hazel and everything like that. I just wipe my face off with whatever product, and I have these reusable mesh shopping totes that I bought for my groceries, especially like their produce bags, and I just toss one of them. They're washable, and I toss these into a bag, and then when the bag is full or I'm running out, I just toss them into the washer and I am good to go. And I absolutely love these things. People are gonna be like, oh, that's so gross, but I will say that they probably pick up way more product and more crap out of my face than any other thing. I've probably mentioned this before several times, but again, skin issues, Burt's Bees, Burt's Bees, Burt's Bees, Burt's Bees. Love Burt's Bees so much. It's the only lip balm that does not freak out my lips. And I know the vegans are gonna be like, ah, but it, especially when you have skin issues such as I do, you have to find products that work with you. And once you find a product that works, you kind of stick with it because you don't want to exasperate the issue. But Burt's Bees is really great. I love it. It's great on chapped lips. It's also just like beautifully all natural. And also when I have dry skin issues, especially around here, I know this has oil in it, and like beeswax and stuff, so it can be kind of pore clogging, but I kind of put it around the dry skin on my noses right here, and it definitely helps those dry patches with all the other creams and ointments the doctors tell me to do. The other part, I guess this is more like a face and hair favorites, I guess, but again, with the whole moving and different weather, my hair has taken a toll, and as you can see, it's not really that much green anymore. It was a semi-permanent dye, but green's really hard to wash out. But I've been using a lot of leave-in conditioner because of the fact that my hair has just gotten so dry. And I got this in an Ipsy bag a while ago, and once it's out, I'm gonna be sad, but I will probably continue to buy this or some other leave-in conditioner, but I really like it. Is the Pure Brazilian Miracle leave-in conditioner with keratin, and after I pop out of the shower, I just put a little bit of it in, and it just helps my hair from, especially since I've been growing it out back again from shaving my head actually like a year ago. So it's beautiful. I don't know what it smells beautiful. It's great. It's great. I will probably be purchasing this product again or some other, but I really like this Pure Brazilian. Again, I got it in an Ipsy bag, so I don't know where, probably Amazon you can get it. The other thing, it's not really listed as my last thing. It's not really a, a face thing, but it is a book, and I want to try and include a book in each of my favorites now because I'm a huge reader, huge movie watcher, all the pop culture entertainment. I grew up as a punk kid. I still consider myself a punk kid, emo kid, whatever. Like, some of my first concerts were punk concerts. I was black hair, eyeliner in high school, middle school, all that fun stuff. Like, I was the odd one out because I listened to this growing up in Farmville country. And one of those bands that I absolutely loved was called Against Me. It was a punk band out of Florida. Tom Gable and his band absolutely was just amazing. And people are like, why are you using Tom's name? Well, Tom came out as transgendered, and now Tom is Laura Jane Grace, this beautiful badass of a woman. And she just has done wonders for the punk scene, and their new stuff and her new stuff outside of Against Me is absolutely amazing. I support her 110%, and I just, it was a shock because, you know, these things that you grew up listening to, it doesn't make it any different, but it was definitely like, wow, okay, that's amazing. But she came out with a book, and it's called Tranny. And, so, written by Laura Jane Grace, and with Dan Ozzie, who helped kind of, like, formulate her ideas. And it's just basically the starter story of what happened to what is Against Me, how it formed. And it's also an autobiography about how, you know, she grew up as figured out, like, from 5 years old, she saw a video of Madonna and wanted to be Madonna, but didn't really come with the gender dysphoria and figure that out until much later in life. And so now she is lead singer of Against Me. She, like, if you have not heard any of her music, any of Against Me's music, new or old, I highly recommend it. It absolutely beautiful read. Pick it up at your local bookstore, Amazon, half price books, Powell's if you're in Portland. But Tranny by Laura Jane Grace, I really good fall read for, and just like a beautiful transgendered rights book if you're looking for more stuff. So anyway, guys, that is my monthly fall favorites, and I will get back to those celebrity videos here soon. I just wanted to do something kind of low-key and just, you know, chill with your, grab your pumpkin spice latte if that's what you want, and yeah, basically that. I want to thank you guys so much for watching my video and supporting my content, and, you know, subscribing and all that fun stuff. You know, I don't really have to tell you guys what to do because it's your decision on what to do. But if you wanted to, that's great. And, you know, the whole outro, you watch YouTube videos. But anyway, until next time, guys, sláinte.